It's Friday. We've had a good week. We've had a good week in the EU sessions. We haven't really traded the US sessions. So sorry about that. Wife just came in with some more tea and something to eat. Lovely. Anyway, so we've had a pretty good week. US session we haven't traded. It's been a wild ride, but I'm looking to finish the week off strong. So let's have a look at transaction history. Transaction history is looking okay. Markets will open in a few minutes. Let's see if we can keep the ball rolling here. We got about 50 seconds before market opens, so again, same old, same old. We'll be trading it the exact same way. And hopefully we can close out the week in a decent profit. If we do get a first bar negative in the FTSE, we'll be trading that. I'm going to look at this area down here. If it does get down there, just for a first touch little bar scalp. So that's 8,135 area. Okay, markets have opened. Let's see what we get. DAX looking negative. I might just buy this. Missed it. First touch bar. A little bit more than a first touch now, but maybe we can get lucky. Is it gonna push through? I would have liked it on that first touch. Just for a quick scalp. Darn, what does a 10 minutes say? Okay. Yeah, I would have liked that on the first touch. Maybe we can push a little bit lower and look at 17,650. We're looking quite strong. Sellers are keeping the pressure there. So perhaps not. I think we just missed the first touch. Let's have a look in the FTSE. Perhaps in this area. It looks as though we're going to have a first bar negative, so we should have a trade quite soon. 2 minutes and 20 seconds soon. adjusted the background color a little bit, so I've just made it a bit brighter. Sometimes when the signal lines come through, they're a bit of a turquoise color, so sometimes a little bit difficult to see. Okay, so I'd look at a first bar negative entry around about 8,140. Let's see how this candle closes out. Yeah, so it would have been a nice first touch there. I think I might just adapt these grid lines a little bit. Just that I can see it a bit better, because they tend to block out the candle wicks. Okay, that did nothing. Maybe that's a little bit easier to see. Okay, so we've gone positive on this first bar now. I think we missed our opportunity down here for a first touch, but so we won't have a trade off the bat. We'll have to wait for our aggressive school run and school run setups. Unless this turns negative in the next 5 seconds. No. Okay, so first bar positive. Won't have a trade there. But that would have been a nice first touch. Bar on the DAX, these levels. Would have been. Okay, I don't know if I actually like the current color scheme. It's funny how your brain gets used to one thing, because I'm actually struggling to. I might go back to what might take it back to what it was. Okay, why aren't you changing? There we go. Okay. Grid lines, we'll make that. Yeah, you see, I can see that a lot better. Let me do the same. Sorry, I know it. Ooh, is that the same? No, it's not. Why is it not? There we go. Okay. And grid lines will do that. Yeah, so now my brain is happy. Sorry, I thought I'd try that out, but for some reason I was too used to how it was before, and I was actually struggling to see anything. There might be a bit of background noise. There's some guys doing a bit of maintenance work. So I apologize for that if anybody does watch. Relatively bullish at the moment. Haven't quite managed to get above this previous high yet. We'll see if we can accomplish that today. Oh, we slightly broke it by probably a point or so. But let's see if we make some new highs. DAX. DAX is also looking pretty bullish. Have a bullish channel after this breakdown. So just under 10 minutes to wait for the aggressive school run to set up. I'm gonna have a bite of this toast because it's looking pretty good. That's great. Showing some strength in the FTSE. Stand by. So have some more toast. I'm just gonna mute the microphone so you don't hear me chew. sourdough bread, some ham, cheese, baby leaf spinach. Very good. Alright, so nothing done just yet. Nothing done just yet. If we do get a bit of retracement off here, I would look at a prior bar, low, long position at about 8,166, 67. Let's see what the next bar shows us. Not a lot of follow through after this strong rally candle. Okay, so this is our signal candle that's starting to set up. So 66 wouldn't have been filled on that prior bar. Long position. So that we went to 67.5. Might come back down again. Not going to take it because I'm going to see what the aggressive school run sets up as. Forms a part of choosing your entries wisely. But just so that I can revert back to the video. I know what I was thinking there. But not a lot of follow through after this candle, so I wonder if that means we're going to come back down. Did it again. Maybe a very small signal candle if it doesn't start moving a little bit, which is okay from a risk point of view, but the likelihood of then being stopped out is quite high. Small risk, but high likelihood of being stopped. So let's see if we can get a little bit of a bigger range on this signal candle. Let me just make sure that my stop losses are set. 40 points there, probably a bit large, but I can always move it. Okay. All good so far. And yeah, let's put a bit of range on this candle if we can, because As the signal candle, if you have to go long or short, it doesn't give you a lot of time to actually execute the trade. So if it moves one way or the other, we might see another push. So it came back down to 167.5 again. There's a bit of a push. Okay, so it would have been fooled on that prior bar long position if I had taken it. But just looking at it after the fact, not a lot of follow through. I would have liked to have seen a little bit more follow through. So okay, let's see. Right, we've only got on the DAX, it seems. And that's right in the middle of a range again. So short below, long above, we've got about 30 something points of 25 points of risk, not too bad. I would like to be a buyer here. Oh, okay. Testing the bottom of the range. Do we like it? Our strategy calls for it, so we got to go either way. Got to take that trade. Yeah, so you see these turquoise lines you don't see very well. Let's see which way we get triggered. Again, I'll try and get the stop loss to break even after about 10 or 15 points if it allows us to. So about 24 points of risk, it's about $12. Okay. Don't think I want to be a buyer anymore. Sometimes you have to adapt So a bit more of a retracement than I typically like to see, but may go. We said our entry point would have been around 66 for a prior bar, so not on the 10 minute, but we were looking there or so underneath this candle here. But now we've got kind of 3 negative candles that are printing lower high, lower low, and lower low. So should actually technically be short. This was our signal candle. Was that 8 points? Let's see, we're probably going to get filled here. I don't really like it because of this range. However, we've got to follow the strategy. Perhaps we see a push back down to this low, all these lows here. Alright, so we're in. And cancel the bar order. We're in for a short. Let's see if we can get our stop loss to break even. It doesn't turn around on us in this range. Which it may very well do. So I think I want to get stopped to break even quite quickly here. Might look at 8 points or so. There's a bit of movement. 6, 7, 5, 3. Yeah, so it's a bit choppy. Don't really like this. Anyway, let's be a little bit patient. Actually minimize my risk. I might look at moving the stop loss down to just above this candle, because if it turns around and it goes back up this way, if it breaks this candle, I don't really want to be on it anymore. So we can minimize our risk that way. We won't do it just yet. Let's give it a little bit of space to breathe. .5 points. FTSE's also dropping back off. 5 points, 3.5. Yeah, so kind of what I was worried about there. Just testing here before it turns and goes the other way. This is the aggressive school run, so we still have the school run after this. Yeah, that's exactly what I didn't want to see. Test these lows and then come back and test the high of the range. We can flip the switch, but again, you don't want to be careful of that, because then you start getting chopped around in the range. Want to kind of look for a clean break. Okay, so 11 points down. Let's give it a chance. Sneaky suspicion we're going to test the top of the range. Okay, so we got school run setting up. I'm going to cut this one here, I think, for a loss. Let's trade on the school run side. Okay, so we made a loss there. It was bound to happen. So about $9. And we're looking on the school run here. Let's see. We're still kind of in this range. So just adjust our stop losses a little bit on this one. And there's the construction work. Okay, so we would have been stopped on that one, I think. So cut it a bit short. It looks like we're going to get filled long here on the DAX. But again, this range, a little bit more of a risk profile on this one, 34 points or so. Let's see if we get triggered here into a long. Again, going to try and get the stop loss up to break even. Okay, so we're in long. We can get rid of the sell. Let's see if we can get it up to break even after about 10 or so points. Ooh, turn the microphone sensitivity down a little bit there. Okay, so testing these highs, pulling back. Yeah, this range is going to chop us around, I think, a little bit. Didn't get a school run signal on the FTSE. It would be there. So we might look at that. 6.1. Come on, let's see a little push here, DAX. Alright, so there's 10. Nice little break now. Let's give it a second. I think we can move stop loss to break even now, and I'm just going to adjust it slightly higher. Okay, so there it's +1. Alright, so 10 points there. Let's see if we can let it run. I'd look. Where would I look? Oh, break even. Wow, that was a quick pullback. Ha! Goodness. Get some follow through here. Looks like we... I don't know. I actually don't know. There's a nice push. Lovely, that's what we want to see. Great. Thinking around this area here. We might look over here. Let's see. We're risk free at this point, so can be a little bit patient with it. Points of risk there. Not too bad, I wonder. I don't know if we're going to push up to there. Maybe a little false breakout scenario happening here. I think it's gonna pull back on us. That's okay. We've still got some trading to do. Go on, DAX, have it. No. Yeah, so it looks as though we might be taken out for break even here. Yep, break even. Okay. Let's pop those back on. I may still like it. Alright, so this time it did actually do what it was supposed to do. Alright, so we broke above the range, we've come straight back into it. I think we were at about a max of 16 points at one stage there. Nothing too crazy. I'll just bar this one again. See if it does come back down and get us back in the trade. May not. You know, maybe you scalp it for a few points on the test back. Did we not get... Hello? I suppose. Okay, back in it. Oh, that noise outside is very distracting. Are we coming back down to test the bottoms? I don't think that was a very good idea getting in there for a retry. I should have just taken my break-even trade and moved along. Okay, so just below prior bar. But it looks as though it wants to continue to push. Okay. That won't let me yet. So it seems there's a minimum before I can actually get the stop to break even on these. Okay, so break even again. I was just looking. If we don't get a push now, then okay. I think that means move along. Could have sworn that stop loss was at least break even. Although I suppose I'm not accounting for spread. I'm an idiot. Okay, so we're getting kicked around a little bit. Down about $10. Yeah, $9, $10. Not too concerned. I don't know. Got a feeling we're gonna see a push a bit higher here. You see, that's yeah, that's the prior bar. That was. I think I'm being a little bit too quick on the stop loss movement, but trying to minimize risk as much as possible on the small account. Yeah, there's a nice push. I'm going to take out this high. FTSE's not really interested. was looking at the wrong time frame for the SRS. I was supposed to be on the 15-minute. Okay, so what is that? 704. Only about 16 points max. So the FTSE is really not interested in doing much at the moment. I think if we do break this line, I might go short and give myself a little bit of a buffer. So what have we got here on the low? 5.9. So I think if we go about 5.7, and what was the high? 7.2. So about 7.3. Alright, so we've pulled all the way back. Wow. I may very well flip the switch if it does get back down all the way. Let's see. I don't dislike this for a long though. I really don't. Very easily we could see a test of these highs. I'm gonna do something I know I shouldn't do. Let's see if we can get it filled. Kind of second guessing that now actually. See, we've broken above and we've closed above these previous. Could very well see a push back up to these highs. Let's see if we get filled. I don't know if it's going to give us another opportunity. We've been in and out of it now twice. I think I will go long though if the FTSE gets to this line. I think I'm actually going to just set a little buy order there. I'll put the stop loss at 15 points away. Yeah, so it looks like we're going to break a little bit. The potential for it to break higher here. Let's see if we can catch the FTSE on this school run. Long. I think we've missed our opportunity here. Let's see if we can get it going in the FTSE. Also, that we see a break. I might set up a short side as well. See which one we get triggered into first. Let's give ourselves a little bit of breathing room there. And there. Okay, so again, just a little bit unlucky there in the DAX. Bit choppy. I think I moved the stop a little bit prematurely. So now it looks like we're getting a nice break. If we can get a break in the DAX, maybe we get one in the FTSE. Although at this point it doesn't seem bothered. We still have a brunch break in the DAX. About 45 minutes, 53 minutes or so. So we're not done yet. We're not done yet. Quite a large buffer I've given myself on the FTSE, but well, it should be fine. Yeah, so that would have been a nice trade on the DAX if we hadn't been break-evened twice. Looks like we'll probably get filled here. Oh, lovely break. Yeah, coming back up to test these highs, I believe. FTSE, are you gonna trigger us? Lovely. $704. So 28 points or so. Would have been nice. So I want to make a note of that. I think I'm going to have a look at it. Depending on the risk profile of the trade, I might adapt as to how I'm moving my stop loss, at what point I move it. If it's a slightly lower risk trade, maybe I'll wait a little bit longer for to move the stop loss to break even, maybe 15 or 20 points. And then on the larger risk trades, just get it up in the normal 10 to 15. And that's only like 5-point difference in but it may make a difference. I'll look into it. Very nice push there, DAX. Very, very nice. Too bad it's without us. Let's see if we get triggered into this long position on the FTSE. Looks as though we're going to. Okay, we're in. So FTSE, I'm trading at $1 a point, so this is $15 worth of risk to me. So again, I'm going to try and get the stop loss to break even as quickly as possible. Just hope the DAX keeps pushing, because then the FTSE may also. So there's 4 points, 4.5 points. And straight back down. Okay. Alright, let's let it do its thing for a little bit. See if it can break decisively above these previous highs. I think given the spread here, I can move my stop a little bit sooner. Just given the range of these, no, so I can't. Minimum distance is 7 points. Okay, good to know. We can decrease our risk a little bit here, though, I think. Let's just see on the 5 minute if there isn't a. Yeah, I think perhaps just underneath that candle will suffice. Ugh. What's going on here now? Hello? Right, so there's 7 points. Stop at break even. We'll go just under a point on the stop loss for the sake of spread. Where are we looking here? Oh, don't tell me another break even. Another break even trade. Let's see if we can get some follow through. Come on. get some follow through. Come on, FTSE. There we go. That's nice. Let's see it. Come on, FTSE. There we go. There's a nice push. Come on, don't be shy. Keep going, keep going. No. No, no, no. No, 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 no. No, no. Yeah, DAX retested these highs. Okay, well, looks like we might be another break even. Oof. That was close. Half a point and we would have been taken out. But it can still come back. 10 points. Struggling now, I think, to get any higher. Yeah, so DAX is starting to fall. I might close this out here. Start seeing the DAX push back. It's not uncommon for the FTSE to do the same. I'll take it there. No, yeah, okay. Wow. Jumping around. So 8.6 points on that. Alright, so we're about $0.50 down on the day. We've still got the brunch bar, which will be still in about 40 minutes time. So I guess we can wait around for that. I'm going to have some more toast, so I'm just going to mute the microphone. Delicious. Okay, so could have stuck around in that trade a little bit longer. Hmm. Let's see how we go. Half an hour until brunch break. See, there's a few other aspiring traders live trading the session, so I am watching on the side here. It's quite interesting how different people approach the same market. It's interesting to me to see their thought process. Especially if you're listening to someone who's explaining a little bit as to what they're thinking. Not looking to agree or disagree with them, I just found it quite interesting to watch. See, this gentleman is also trading the DAX. See what he does here, if he actually takes a trade. Oh, he's in a trade. Okay. So, what is he? He's long. Okay, he doesn't show. Oh no, he's not. He's not actually in the trade. Okay, that's just a. But he's looking for a long position. Don't think he's looking for a long position anymore after that little push. I see he's trading on the 1 minute, so the moves seem a lot more severe there than what they do on the 15. As that red bar just blasted halfway down his page. It's a bit of a triple top here. I've got about 26 minutes until the brunch break. Okay, so it seems as though he's doing a prop firm challenge. Looks like he's got a target of about $47 left, so I hope he gets it. I hope he gets it. Excuse me. Yeah, I do. I hope he gets that, because that'd be nice if he could reach that today. Start off on Monday as a funded trader. Cool. Cool. Yeah, so a little bit unlucky today in the DAX. We did cut our loss before it hit our stop loss on that one, just by observing it was probably going to hit, so. And then re-entered, only to be taken out for break-even again. So, well, my stupid ass not accounting for the spread when putting the stop loss at break-even. That's my bad. And it's the question that I was asking before. I should have known that it was the spread that was doing that. It wasn't. I was placing the stop loss at exactly the open price of the position, and obviously the spread is going to be deducted from that. So, dummy. 22 minutes to sit and wait and watch. Hmm. Yeah, I don't know if I could ever trade the 1 minute. It's too... I don't know, it's just a bit of an overload. For my brain, anyway. I think because even when I scalp on a 5 minute, so... Whew. Sitting and waiting. This is... yeah. The side of trading you don't always get to see on the YouTube videos. Sitting and watching. Not the glamorous side. I was just watching this gentleman trade. And there's like a sense of urgency or like frantic trying to make sense of or read what the market is going to do next. Going back and forth between indicators and moving averages and switching between time frames and like you almost trying to convince yourself that a certain thing is going to happen. You see, that's why I've steered away from the traditional technical analysis side. much prefer the statistical way of thinking when it comes to the markets, and looking at historically what certain candles do at certain times. Don't get me wrong, there's certain setups that I use that are technically based, but I suppose technically in a way I think it's more an observation of behavior over time. So for instance, prior bar high or low, it's just observing that setup tends to complete time and time again. So from a statistical point of view, there's a high likelihood for it to continue. So you'll notice in this strategy that I'm trading, we're looking at specific candles at a point in time and then basing our decision off of that specific candle. So I'm not worried about dojis and pin bars and hammers and tweezers and whatever else. I'll stick to the prior bar, and I'll stick to the aggressive school run, the school run, and the brunch break. That's about it. I know every day that I'm going to get a setup, not waiting for a specific chart pattern to form. I know the fourth 5-minute candle, I'm trading it either way. I know the first 15-minute candle after open, I'm going to trade it either way. And I know obviously the brunch break bar, which is starting to print now, I'm going to trade it either way. So there's at least 3 opportunities to pull some points out. Oh, and then obviously first bar negative if it does present itself. And again, not my strategies, I didn't come up with them, I just trade them. the only question I have to ask myself once this bar has fully printed is, am I long or am I short? Based on that bar. That's it. Nothing else. Ay, ay, ay. Is the cat shouting at me? What's it? Mm-mm. Are you making a noise? No. Mm-hmm. Mm. What's wrong? Mm-mm. Okay, so there's quite a strong push. We may very well be going long on this brunch break. Are we going to break and run? Okay. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. Let's see what this gentleman makes of it. Alright, 6 minutes left. Oh, nice. It's increasing my risk, lovely. Not too bad. So I think we were definitely a bit early on taking profits. But that's only now, having seen what the market has done, can we say that conversely we could be looking at this and the market had printed a nice big red bar and we could have been saying to ourselves we should have taken profits there, or wherever we did. So, after the fact. Four and a half minutes. Feels like an age. Alright, so I'll trade this and then I think I'm done. Now everybody's trying to figure out what to do after that push, for those who aren't in it. Got those wondering, do they buy the pullback? And then others thinking, is this the top? Do I sell? Another nice push. Gonna be late to this party, I think. Oh yeah. Very late to this party. $33 points. Would imagine this is going to be a brunch break long. Still 2 minutes. Goodness grief, DAX. If we had stuck in that school run, sitting pretty. If only. Okay, let's see what we get. Doesn't look like we get the signal today. Okay. Doesn't look like there's a brunch break signal today. But essentially, we would look at a long above this level and a short below this level. Alright, so no actual signal. But that's what we would look at there. Not typically traded on the FTSE. Statistically, it's not really viable. Okay, so I think I'll leave it there. We lost 75 cents today. Hmm. I wonder. Yeah, no, I think we'll leave it there. We've still got the US session. Hopefully today we'll trade it. Actually put on a position. And end out this week on a high note. Great, okay, I think I'm going to end it there. Let's just see here. Okay, so that's brunch break long. There it comes through now. Can we trade it? I think we just traded it. Alright, so I'm sticking around a little bit longer. Not quite the entry I wanted on that brunch break, but it did come through a little bit late. So we got a 40-point stop loss. Not crazy about it, but let's see. Not the nicest entry. Sure as to why that came through so late. Don't know if I like it. We're going to try and minimize this stop loss, I think, as soon as we can. I don't really want to stick around for this. No, I don't really want to be in this trade. I think I might just close it out. Well, can we get to break even? We're at 5 points. Yeah. Okay. I don't really want to be in it. Thinking I just take the points. Can I get to break even now? I can. Alright, okay. We've covered our spread, break even. Let's see. We're getting a nice push. 11 points. I don't know how long it's going to last. Yeah, break even. Okay, I didn't really like that anyway. So we made 30 cents. Whippy. And then, you know, all likelihood we're going to push higher here, but it's a bit late in the day. My concentration is waning a bit. So. But yeah, that's basically the brunch break bar. Is something you can flip the switch on and look at a short as well. But I think, yeah, the noise is going to start now. Okay, I'm going to end it there. Thanks very much.